What's up guys, my name's Danny, aka Thriftfish, and I'm an online fashion reseller. I sell on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and today I am here with a couple strategies that I have been using to drive sales during the COVID-19 outbreak. And this doesn't necessarily always have to apply to crisis situations, but I did want to put this out now as, you know, I think for everybody, sales have slowed down a little bit. They have not come to a halt for me. They're still trickling in, but I am finding that I need to spend a little bit more time focusing on driving sales. And so I wanted to do today's video on the strategies that I've been using to drive sales. And of course, you know, sometimes these things are hit and miss. They might take a couple tries to get sales out of them, but I think any information or any strategies at this point are useful and are worth trying. If it doesn't work for you, don't do it, but I just wanted to kind of put out the things that I've been doing, and this is going to apply. There are going to be some things for all three platforms, Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, so it's going to be kind of a mixed bag, but I have about 10 here. So my first and most importantly is if you can list. This applies to any time, ever. If you can list consistently, even if it's one item a day. Right now I'm trying to get about 6 to 7 items up a day. It is becoming a little bit more difficult as I am online sourcing because I do find it to be a little bit more of an investment than live sourcing, especially since I don't have access to places like the Goodwill outlet or the ThredUp outlet anymore where it's pay by the pound. So I am investing a little bit more money in my inventory, so I'm not getting as many pieces as I would usually, but I am still trying to list something per day, and that is going to continue to drive sales. I think there's certain algorithms in place, eBay and Poshmark, and even Mercari, where if you list, you'll get sales. People want to see new things coming into your closet or stores, so first and foremost, just list if you can. If you're listing on one platform and you don't already cross-list, I know it's not for everybody. I have been cross-listing this whole time. I have been using Vendoo. I think it's a great platform. I use the very basic importing and cross-listing features. I'm not currently using some of the other paid features that they have, but I really love it for the purpose of really quick and easy cross-listing over to eBay and Mercari. If you are interested in trying or starting Vendoo, I do have a promotion code in the description that will get you a discount, and that will also help me out a little bit. So I'll put that down there, but I have been using Vendoo. I love it. Try other platforms or try cross-listing yourself if you don't want to invest in that right now. But the more exposure your items get, the higher chance they have of selling. And I find that those are the platforms that have the most return. Those are my 3 platforms for now, and I'm cross-listing to them every day. When I list, I immediately go over and cross-list. And then the next that's kind of related to this is relisting. So if you don't have new items to list in your closet, you should consider relisting your item. If you don't know how to do that, there are a ton of great videos out there on YouTube on how to relist your items on Poshmark. So I would recommend checking those out if you're on Poshmark and you don't relist. This can be helpful if you have marked down an item to its lowest. You may want to relist the item for a higher price, because even if the item has a lot of likers, if it's down to your lowest price and there's no movement, there probably won't be movement past that. So if you relist, that item is going to get new attention and it's going to show up when people search for just in items. So that is always helpful. I try to relist every once in a while normally, but now I'm trying to relist things every day. And one of the reasons that I am doing that is another one of my strategies, which is on days where Poshmark is offering closet clear out, CCO, I am doing some pretty dramatic price drops for items with 3+ likers. That is something I've been doing just during this time. I actually am not a huge closet clear out person regularly, but I am in an effort to not run like a big promotional sale, that's what I'm doing instead, is I'm dropping things down to, my lowest comfortable price and seeing if there's a reaction from customers. I have gotten a couple people who have bought things outright for me doing that, and a couple people who have bundled things and then gotten a slightly better deal. Or people will start sending me counter offers, and during this time, this is kind of another strategy. I've been more accepting more offers, not being as harsh on lower offers. So I guess my next one would be, as much as you can, as much as you're comfortable with it, try to accept offers. I always find that when I accept an offer and a sale happens, that brings more sales. Sales bring sales. I don't know if that's an actual thing, but I think a lot of people experience that, and I do as well. And once I've sold the thing, it's so rare that I go back and think, wow, I really shouldn't have sold that. There's definitely a limit. You need to consider the work you put into that item and what you paid for it and price it appropriately. But during this time, I think we can be a little bit more flexible with accepting offers, help people out, give them a deal, and put a little money in the bank. Another strategy on Poshmark that I use to at least drive attention to my closet, not necessarily sales, is just do a follow spree. So I will go in Poshmark into the general search for people, and I will go into the brand section and then choose a brand, but then reset it that it's all brands. And then I will sort by active sellers and follow all of the currently active sellers on Poshmark so that they'll see that notification, and if there's somebody that follows back, they will come check out my closet and follow, maybe share. And although I don't know how much community shares actually get your items to sell, I don't think that exposure to my closet is ever a bad thing. So that's just my one extra little Poshmark tip. On Mercari, I am promoting dropping prices on 10 items per day. That's the max amount you're allowed to do. So I just go into my closet and I take things with not a lot of views or not a lot of likes. I'll drop their prices, or I'll look through my notifications and see if there's an item with a lot of likers that I need to send an offer or drop the price on that item. But just staying maybe more active than you normally would on Mercari and use the features that they have to drive sales, because sometimes I know that that's one task that I fall behind on my normal everyday schedule, but since I have time, I am making sure that I go into Mercari and drop those 10 prices per day. Next, I'm going to move on. That was my only Mercari tip. I'm going to move on to eBay. This is something I do all the time, every day anyway, but send offers to your watchers. Send good offers to your watchers. I'm trying to send tempting deals to mine. I've gotten, I'd say, probably more eBay sales in the last couple days than Poshmark sales for sure. So if you're not used to being as active on there, maybe try to shift a little bit of your focus. I tried running an eBay sale for the first time over the weekend. I actually didn't get a lot of sale action, but I did get a lot of watchers from that. Just did 30% off everything. I think I'm going to try it again this weekend. I had never run a sale before, so it was good to get that practice. I might add in how to run a sale on eBay if you're not familiar, because I had to look it up myself. So here I am under the Sell tab. If you go to Marketing and you go under Merchandising to Promotions, you can create a promotion and choose Sale Event plus Markdown. And this is where you can choose your sale, and then you would select the items that you're going to run in your sale, and you're going to choose which one works for you. And then what I did is I just, because it allows up to 500 and I only have 241 items, I selected all of my items, and then you can choose the date range of your sale and launch it. That is how you go in and set up a sale for eBay. And then my last tip for eBay is something I did last night, which was I sorted my items for sale by most watched, or by number of watchers, and I promoted any items that had 2+ watchers that were not already promoted. So I do promote my listings. I haven't necessarily looked through the data to see if that is the reason my items sell, but I don't think it hurts, and if you're comfortable with using that promotion feature, I would recommend it. Those are my 10 tips. Driving sales. If you have any tips for driving sales, go ahead and feel free to drop those in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you like this content and you want to see more from me, go ahead and click subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you again real soon.